Hi guys. Today's lesson is going to be lesson 6.6, and we're going to talk about using volume and how we can find volume of larger objects. And this is important as we go into this next little rest of our unit. Volume is something that you can use on a daily basis. Sometimes if I want to find the area and the volume of my house to know how big it is, to know how much I should really be paying for it, that's a way that I used it when I bought my house. Another thing that you might do is maybe you're going to pack and you need to figure out how much space you have. Maybe you want to buy new furniture and you want to make sure it's going to fit in your bedroom. All of these things that you're doing use volume. So we are going to do an example and a sample today. It is going to be a lesson that I'm going to share with you guys, but there's not going to be a lot of questions that go along with it. I'm just going to kind of walk you through it and talk you through the process. If you were in school, if you were in person, we would be doing these in small groups and I would let you guys work together. However, it's a little difficult to do those when we are in a virtual setting. Also, with such few people per class, it's a little bit more challenging. So we are going to work through this. How many of you have ever been to Chicago? And you probably have seen this building. It used to be called the Sears Tower. It's a really, really tall building in downtown Chicago. It's called the Willis Tower now. Now, if you look at this building, I see that there's a height here. This is a certain height. This is a certain height. In the middle, those are kind of tall. So this is a very irregular shaped building, right? So what we are going to do is we're going to use this picture to help us. And we're going to use some information that I have down here on this right here for you to help us find the volume of this building. Now, it says the approximate heights of the modules, so it tells us approximate heights of these 9 modules. And then if you look here, it tells me the length and the width, right? So this is something that we can use when thinking about volume, and this is kind of like our little cheat sheet, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this volume project. And let's see if we can find a way to do this problem. So look at the heights. What do you notice? Well, I notice that I have 2 of them that are 660 feet, 2 of them that are 875 feet. I have 3 of them that are 1,185 feet. And I have the 2 tallest, 1,450 feet. Okay, so that's 4 different heights. So if I want to find the volume, I don't necessarily have to find it 9 times for each section because some of them have the same heights, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use a piece of, I'm going to use just my whiteboard. I attached the paper. So if you guys wanted to my lesson, so if you guys have access to my lesson, if you want to get a copy of that, fine. Otherwise, I suggest just drawing this piece of, drawing this little square or this grid on your paper. I know that each square is 75 by 75 wide, right? So if I want to look at the very top corner of that, I'm going to do 75 times 75. And then I'm also going to multiply by that 660 because that's what this number right here stands for. This number right here is for this top cube. So basically that's what I did is I kind of just wrote that on my box. Okay. Now I'm going to do the math. Because these are larger numbers, you absolutely are allowed to use a calculator if you would like, especially to double check your work. So that's an awesome idea. So 75 times 75, and I'm going to write this down first. So we have 5,625. So wait a minute. Each box is 75 by 75. So that is the base of each section, right? So now I can use that to help me find my volume. If I take that amount, and now I'm going to multiply by 660, because that's how tall it is, right? That means the volume of that first box, oof, this is a large number. So 660 times 5,625. So the volume of my smallest box is 3,712,500. Craziness. All right, I'm going to move this over here for just a second. You're going to still be able to see me, and I'm going to show you so you can see my screen. Okay, so here you go. You can kind of see my screen. All right, now we're going to look at the second box. So, but I found this one. Remember we said this one, if I look at my chart, is the same, right? So 3,712,500. Great. All right. Whoo-wee. All right, I'm going to use that number that we started out with, that 5,000 number, and I'm going to do the next square. So I'm just going to go across. So I did this one. This one is 1,185. Okay, and if I multiply by that 5,625, okay, multiply those together. I want you to multiply it and see what you get. Whoa. All right. Here we go. 6,665,625. Now, guess what? That is the same as this. And this. Great. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's find my next one. Going straight across, we're going to take that 5,625 and we're going to multiply by 875. And the way I'm getting these numbers, for those of you that don't remember on the sheet over here, this is how tall each of those sections are. That's where I got it on that screen, okay? So here we go. 5,625 times 875. $4,921,875. And guess what? Here's that one, and also looking at my chart, it also goes here. So 4,921,875. Great. All right, we have one more height to go, and it's right here. So again, 5,625. And we're going to multiply by 1,450. Okay. What did you get? $8,156,250. 8,156,250. Now, the good thing is, this is the volume of each section. But I want to know the total. So what do I do with all of these numbers? If you said add, you are absolutely correct. All right, here we go. All right, 3,712,500, and I'm going to multiply that by 2. So I'm going to say height A. If I multiply that by 2, those combined would be 7,425,000. Okay, so that one's done. That one's done. Let's do height B. All right. Height B, I have 1, 2, 3 heights to that height. So I'm going to multiply that by 3. So B would equal what? Take this number, 6,665,625, times 3. What did you get? 19,996,875. All right, box B's are done. Let's do C. So this is C and this is C. All right, 4,921,875 times 2, because there's 2 of them. We have 9,843,750. All right. I want you to find the last number. So we're going to take 8,156,250 times 2, because there's 2 boxes with that same height. So box D, or height D. Type it in. What do you get? All right. 16,312,500. Sheesh. All right, and now is the moment of truth. We're going to add these numbers together to find the total volume of the Willis Tower. All right, 7,425,000 plus 9,996,875. 9,843,750. 16312,500. All right, what did you get? How many square feet is our Willis Tower? All right, if I add them all together, we have 53,578,125. Whew, that's a lot. All right, so what you're going to do is you're now going to take this number right here and write it at the top. So our volume, the approximate volume, now remember it's approximate because it's close. I'm not measuring it to the 1/4 of an inch, right? We're measuring it to the nearest foot. So that's why it's approximate. It's approximately 53,578,125 cubic feet. Now, I want you to describe the strategy and explain how we did this problem. Make sure you tell me all steps. What was the first thing that we did? Drew the picture. Then what did we do? Noticed some of the heights were the same. Then found the volume of each height. Then multiplied by the number there are for that height. And then finally added them all together. If I were you, I would rewatch that part, go step by step after I told you each thing, and just write it in a sentence. That would be an awesome idea. Now, it says, do you think the group could have used a more efficient strategy? What is one way we could make our strategy even more efficient? Well, one thing that we could do is on the very first one, when we found box A, we could have gone ahead and while we had it in our calculator, multiplied it by 2 to find this answer down here, right? So we could have done that to begin with. That might be an option. All right, see if you can think of another strategy. I hope that you are ready to share when you come to our Zooms if there's something cool that you found. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. Have a great day, guys.